Hello, this is Charisma82 and I'm here for Disneyland Tips and Tricks. Today we're going to be doing rides, starting on the rides, yep. And so I thought the first ride that we should start on should be the first real roller coaster that they brought to Disneyland, and that would be the Matterhorn. But first, before I go into the whole how the ride goes and from my viewpoint, I'm going to give you a little bit of back history on the Matterhorn. Walt Disney came up with the idea for this ride after seeing the real Matterhorn while visiting Switzerland. It opened on June 14, 1959. When built, it was the first tubular steel roller coaster in the world. Believe it or not, the Yeti that appears in the Matterhorn wasn't in the ride until 1978. He was named Harold, and Disney Imagineers had to create 3 Harolds for the ride while it was being refurbished. Until 1994, the Skyway passed through the center of the Matterhorn, allowing passengers of this hanging ride to see into the Matterhorn's interior. Sadly, the Skyway closed in '94. When this was done, the holes on the Fantasyland side were mostly filled up, but most of the holes on the Tomorrowland side stayed as they were and were filled with crystals. In fact, a crate was put next to these crystals and was labeled Wells Expedition as a tribute to Frank Wells, who passed away. At night, you can see the crystals glow next to the box while standing on the ground by the Matterhorn. Another interesting fact about the Matterhorn is that there used to be a basketball court inside the top of the Matterhorn. Now, I've heard that they had to take it out because it was only used by the mountain climbers when they weren't climbing the mountain, and it was just a break room, so they just got rid of it because I think some of the wood was rotting up there, and so they got rid of it, so that's kind of a bummer to find out. But there once was a basketball court up at the top of the Matterhorn where people could play basketball. Also, like I mentioned, there were mountain climbers, and not just regular people climbing it, but people in the Mickey Mouse, Minnie Mouse, Goofy, Donald suits. They would climb this mountain. That's gotta be pretty hard. Yeah, I wouldn't want to do that. Also, Tinkerbell. Well, I guess not everybody, but a lot of people like Tinkerbell, and whenever they do the fireworks show, she flies in between the Matterhorn and the castle there at Disneyland. So at night, if you look up there, you can see her flying around up there on wires. Sorry if I ruined that for you, but she flies on wires and it's not always a she. Anyway, so enough on interesting info on it. Let's just get to the ride. Now, I have been informed, which I didn't know before, that there is actually a Tomorrowland line and there is a Fantasyland line. Now, I always just call them the left and right lines. I didn't know they had official names, but those are the official names of the lines. There are 2 lines to the Matterhorn. Why? Because there are 2 tracks on the Matterhorn, so it's 2 roller coasters going on inside this big, huge mountain thing. Personally, I would recommend that you get in the line when you're looking straight at it to the left. I've been told that this is the Tomorrowland line ride. So get in line on the Tomorrowland side, and that's at the left if you're looking straight at the mountain, like people are getting in line and you're looking the left side. I'll tell you why. Because on the left side is more fun. I've ridden both sides and I just prefer the left because on the left, they take you outside more around the mountain so you can see the waterfalls and stuff. But you get to be inside too, but you go outside a little bit more, I think. And you also go down a little drop that they don't have on the other side, on the Fantasyland side. So, just to let you know, I mean, it's not a big grand drop, but it's better than nothing, which is what you get on the right side, which is the Fantasyland side. Alright, so, when you get on the ride, and I'm going to talk as if I'm riding on the left-hand side, which is the Tomorrowland side, because that's the side we always ride on. When you get on it, you get in, and you go into the mountain. It takes you up. You're all in the dark, but you see some crystal stuff. And then you turn the corner, and you see more crystal stuff, and then you hear the big roar of the Yeti. Because Harold the Yeti is inside this ride, and he's big and fuzzy. So if you have kids that are scared of big fuzzy things that roar really, really loud, you should probably know this beforehand and make sure not to tell them if you want them to get on the ride. And if they don't care, well then I guess you could tell them and if they think it's cool. But if your kids get scared, big yelling things, don't tell them or else they won't get on the ride. Just have them close their ears and eyes during that part. And I'll tell you when the Yeti shows up so you can know when. You first get up there, you make the turn, and then it starts to go fast. And you make 1 or 2 turns, and then there's Harold the Yeti, the first time you see him. And then you do some more turning, some more fast going inside. Now, this is all mostly inside the mountain. You don't go outside yet. Not much to tell. You go around really fast. And then finally, you're going to come up, and there's going to be like a whole, like, you're going to see dark, and you're like, where am we going? You're going into the mountain, and that's when the next time you're going to see the Yeti. You go inside, close your eyes, ears, if you don't want to see the Yeti, because it's going to be like right there up in front of you, and you're going to go past it, it's going to scream at you. And then after that, no more Yetis for you. There's 3 Yetis on the ride, just to let you know, but you only see the Yeti twice, because the other Yeti is for the other car that's on the other track, so just to let you know. So once you've seen the Yeti for the second time, then you're going to go out, and you're going to go outside on the mountain. You're going to go around, you're going to pass the waterfalls 2 or 3 times. And also during this time you go down a little drop, which the other side doesn't have, and so that's kind of fun. And then you end up at the end of the ride after going around the mountain 2, 3 times. I don't usually count because I'm too busy having fun. It is a fun ride. It is, just letting you know, you jerk around a lot. It's not a smooth ride like some of the other roller coasters they have, because it is, like I said, the oldest roller coaster ride that they have at Disneyland. I think it was their first one that they put in. So if you don't like that kind that jerks you around, probably don't want to get on it. At the end, you see people splashing water. You really don't get wet. Maybe you feel a few sprinkles. It's not like you're getting on a splash mountain, so don't let that make you not get on there. Line wait. There is no fast pass for this ride. In case you don't know what fast pass is, you get a little ticket. It tells you can come back later, and you can go past everybody else in line. It's a Disney thing that they were smart to make up. And it's not for this ride. You can't get a fast pass on this ride, so you have to wait in line. But the good thing is there's 2 lines, so half and half people there. It goes a little faster, I guess. It's about I'd say the shortest we probably had to wait was maybe 15 minutes, but the longest, it can take a long time, up to about 45 minutes, 50 minutes, maybe an hour if it's a really, really busy day at Disneyland. I don't know if we've ever been there for an hour waiting for the ride, but I could imagine it could get that long. So, just forewarning you, it is a really fun ride. I would recommend it. It definitely makes my top 10 favorite rides at Disneyland list. So, not much more to say except ride it. Visit Harold the Yeti. Have fun. And stay tuned for more Disneyland tips and tricks to come into the future. Bye.
Alright. Remain seated with your seatbelt fastened. Permanecer sentados, por favor.
Alright, I got it.
Alright.
Okay, I want to get this when they come around. Are they coming? There we go. Maybe you should bite. This is the only bite.